start what we have today. With a lot of products that have come and gone. And, one of the things that I'm pleased today is that we've maintained or tried to maintain certainly an upward expandability so that people who bought products 5 years ago and developed programs on those pieces of hardware can still use that software today. And that's something that a lot of our competitors can't really claim they have a problem keeping up with the new stuff. No, only a little guy for a while. I have a newer type product for the time being, our Model 100. It's kind of nice. It's a truly portable computer. I've looked at it briefly before. It's got a display, like a crystal plate display built into it, capable of having graphics displayed on that. And it has some hardware features where I can connect the printer directly to it. It has communication support, so I can connect this directly to a Model 4 or any other computer on the marketplace. Transfer file from this to the other computer, vice versa. It has a modem then. Modem enables you to plug this into a telephone line or through acoustic cups and talk to other computers. So students in particular could sit anywhere there's a phone and be able to tie into those mainframes, whatever you're up for. And one of the, I think, most important features of the system is the software is built into it raw. There's a basic text editor in here for good typing, modifying the words and whatnot, typing it. Some students are using that actually now for taking notes. You can do the editing afterwards. It has a scheduling program built into it so that people trying to keep track of what they do with their time can be kept up to date when their comments are. An address file, which contains the phone line. It finds Sam, and it knows what Sam's phone number is, and it'll dial it for him. Got some neat features in there. And finally, of course, the communication program to go into it. So you can directly transfer files from one to I'll put this on a little continuous running demo. It just goes through some graphics and descriptions. I'll pass it around, take a look at it. If I put a Model 4 disk in there, you'll see it comes up in the 85 screen. They're fairly close together. In this case, it's asking me for the date, so it's interesting if the system is set right installed. The only thing I think will switch the other one. The normal Model 4, the model, which contains the Model 3 information. In this case, because they didn't put that ROM in there. I wrote the ROM on the diskette before it started, and it's taken to Model 3. Things started, of course, with what we call Model 1, which was a multiple piece system that had a keyboard and some little expansion box containing memory, a video display, and initially cassette tape drives for your data storage and retrieval. So that system has come and gone. It's been replaced by what we call the Model 3, which integrates the whole package into pretty bits and pieces with a nice single case. And proved to be quite a successful system. Changes, again, seem to be imminent. We went to what we now have, and that's current, it's the Model 4, which is around $3,000 for a 2-disk drive system, 64 gig RAM. Your basic sort of standard office computer, small office computer for today. Did it produce the printer? No, that's the computer itself. Printers range anywhere from 500 to 2,500, depending on the quality and speed that you'll be looking at. So that's the additional cost of telling that. Now the Model 4, one feature it also offers is compatibility with CP/M. You all know what CP/M is? It's a commonly used operating system on most 8-bit micros today. Apple's, I visited Wang, is going to have access to the most part of CP/M. And what that then means to the user is that he's going to have access to a large storage of software. So it means that you don't have to necessarily buy your software from Radio Shack or any particular company. It means that when a software company develops a program, they can develop it under CP/M, and that'll work on a multitude of brands of computers. It doesn't have any direct hardware-dependent features. And it just opens up a lot of software vendor markets. What I brought along today is actually the 4P, which is also still current. It's just a physically smaller version of the Model 4. It's totally compatible with it. So down here, physically, it's got a smaller screen. The Model 4 has a 12-inch diagonal screen with a 9-inch and 2-disc drive, again, slightly arranged differently, so they're physically smaller. In all of our systems, we've included a numeric keypad on them for quick data entry. And of course, you've got numeric figures on the alphabetic keyboard as well. Standard typewriter style. The portable version isn't as expandable as the basic Model 4. The Model 4 standard model, the office model, you can't hard disks to do it to increase the storage capacity. And you're storing a lot of accounting information that work for information. That's the kind of thing that's sort of where that's current. That's one family of computers that are all compatible. The software that's developed on this family is compatible. Now the other product that came about sort of between the versions of Model 1 called Model 2. And it was the larger office system using 8-inch diskette rather than 5-inch diskette. And it was designed to take over the heavier use in an office environment. Again, CPM compatibility is there. We don't sell CPM for it, but again, it's something that a lot of our users find valuable if they're trying to use software we don't produce. It involves the Model 12, which is in that catalog. Around 4,200 acres now. Your base specs on that. Now, one of the nice things about the Model 2, 12, and maybe the 16 is the expansion capabilities for an office. This is probably one of our most common office installation. For a simple reason that it can be expanded to a multiple user system. You can start initially with either 2 or 12 for around $1,400. You can add up to 6 terminals to that system, so that each terminal can be doing either the same thing or different tasks at the same time. So it really expands the potential use in the office of that computer and share the resources that it has lots of variety. In fact, that's what the Model 16 is. It's the multi-user version of it. To convert from 12 to 16, we just put in some additional ports in the back. There's card slots in the back that you sort of locate fit things with your machine. This is an 8-bit computer, which is pretty well been around for the last, say, 4 or 5 years. 16-bit technology is what actually is used in the Model 16, which gives it the capability to handle the multiple users at the same time. They were hardware oriented at all, but using the microprocessor and the state Dalhousie, which actually the 32-bit processor was internally got the horsepower of a Mini, and it's being used in the microprocessor system. If any of you know about operating systems, a bunch of Unix. Do you know what Unix is? You've heard of that? No? Okay. It's common, actually, Dalhousie using it on their Macs. It's very commonly used by a lot of mainframes around. Not just Dalhousie, a lot of governments are using it, but it is very heavily used in university environments. That's the operating system that we're using in our multi-user system. So it means that people who are taught in the university environment are going 100% familiar with it. One nice thing about Unix is that it's also hardware independent. So the fact that we're using a particular microprocessor in this one or particular hardware characteristics in it doesn't really matter. It makes the programs that were developed transportable from one machine to another. One sort of thing that one of the fellow things I reported was that Unix communications network in existence all throughout North America, throughout the world back, and automatically we get these computers to phone up the next door Unix-based system and forward a message, and that could block that message and transfer it out. And somehow there was some person who was in Germany, so I think I recognized the area of Dartmouth, and he put a message in the system in Germany, and it got transferred from node to node to node. My node went, they would have a record of them on the printout, and it went through about 50 or so nodes to get here. And basically avoided most communication circuits that can bounce it around, work it. And the computer do by itself. You say forward it to this big node, and jiggle it around. I don't know how often to get here, but it's just a neat background needs to on the computer. So again, that's one other completely integrated family. Now, one of the little guys that we're on have a newer type product for the time thing, our Model 100. It's kind of nice because it's a truly portable computer. I don't have looked at it briefly before. It's got a display, like a crystal plate display built into it, capable of having graphics displayed on that. And it has some hardware features where we can connect the printer directly to it. I have communication support, so I can connect this directly to a Model 4 or any other computer we have on the marketplace. Transfer file from this to the other computer, vice versa. It has a modem then. Modem enables you to plug this into a telephone line or through acoustic cups and talk to other computers. So students in particular could sit anywhere there's a phone and be able to tie into those mainframes, whatever you're up for. And one of the, I think, most important features of the system is the software is built into it. It's raw. There's a basic text editor in here for good typing, modifying the words and whatnot, typing it. Some students are using that actually now for taking notes. You can do the editing afterwards. There's a scheduling program built into it so that people trying to keep track of what they do with their time can be kept up to date or when their comments are. An address file, which contains the phone line. It finds Sam, and it knows what Sam's phone number is, and it'll dial it for you. Got some neat features in there. And finally, of course, the communication program to go into it. So you can directly transfer files from one to I'll put this on a little continuous running demo. It just goes through some graphics and descriptions. I'll pass it around, take a look at it. Run down some features of portable type computer.
Can you ask one question about it? Sure. What speeds do you have with the
Anywhere from 110 to 1900.
you can't get into slow.
110?
Yes.
I know.
No, the reason I was wondering is because one of our former members is deaf. He uses a communication device similar to that. But we wanted to find out if you could get it down to down to 75.
I guess 75 watts what they use in the deaf community, the little telephone.
Exactly. I have that capability on my terminal at home, but I was just curious if you could get down to that level on medium speed. It'd be quite useful for trying it down.
I don't believe that one on the Model 4 no, you can, but on that one. Something step 1 for 110 watts or 200 watts, like that, with a preset. But in the level test, you can sort of fill the bits and set up to where you want it. Interesting idea.
So I have a feeling with something like that would probably also be a little bit cheaper for some like my friends. The ones that you get from the phone would be expensive.
And I think in terms of the actual number of applications as well, if you can start doing the typing stuff on this, something you can't do directly, I don't think, in terms of much memory on the document.
Well, it's just straight terminal. Reads in the information from the
Yeah.
Right.
Later on, they're quite a time. But that's key in that too, but I can be doing a cassette tape as well. So, you know, we're actually got a couple of things in town now using them. The reporters run around to those types of techniques and transmit back in the office. But if the memory gets filled, they can dump it out to the portable, the little pocket size tape recorder. The other one I have mentioned is another family of computers, the car computer series, which is more home-oriented. There's, I guess that started about 2 or 3 years ago, but hooks to an old TV set like probably something of color and Apple, something smaller than that. They're all sort of the same thing. You can get a variety of memory configuration. Currently now, the 16K model is around, let's just get you in, around 250, and the 4K. 4K one is around 450. And as you're programming, there are a lot of features in the 16 and 64K computers in terms of basic, which make it very simple for you to draw a line between 2 points, to draw a circle, you tell to draw a circle, get the center of that circle, the radius, and then draw the mid-screen. Unlike a lot of the other ones on the back, you have to sort of figure out what numbers poke into memory or what maybe characters you're going to push on the keyboard to make do these things. So the thing is graphic oriented things, it's very simple, basic to use in computers here. There's a variety of games, they're all in that family as well that are usable with that series of computers. And another very common use of it is communication again, tying that system into little computers, big computers, whatever, full of information. Right, I guess. Well, the basic, I guess, overview of some of the pieces of hardware that we're marketing. As I mentioned earlier, there's another new one that just came out called Tandy Computer. We departed a little bit from our normal representation of Radio Shack. Some people, I guess, some people have bad experience with Radio Shack, have not liked the name, so we're trying to depart from that image if people have that image. And this is a totally separate sort of name for people who don't like Radio Shack and for whatever reason, and won't have to relate to it. Oddly enough, some of our best customers today wouldn't have stepped into our store for whatever reason. They bought a talk radio that didn't work or some other thing, I don't know. But the computer product, they can't turn it around for a totally different series. Many of you were kind of afraid of us for that reason. Come in, look, and we'll turn you around over.
Let's talk about Tandy. Is that also
Yeah, Tandy is a parent company. Tandy has other subsidiaries of which Radio Shack is one. Tandy Leather is another subsidiary of Tandy Corp. So they are affiliated.
Yeah, it's true. Tandy, that's perfect. Fancy Leather.
Oh, really?
Radio Shack.
How can you have a problem with leather?
Very easily when they won't send it to line to go to paperwork.
Oh. There's a local place, I think, I know, I've never even been there on Dalhousie Street.
Yeah.
It's like there. That's what.
Not much more than in this room. So it's just plain empty, basically. It's very. Anyway.
I don't know much about them other than in general in terms of stock market. I know the name is quite well respected. A lot of business people, which is, I guess, maybe was the problem with the Radio Shack and the felt there just to get on. That's one of the reasons we're trying to Tandy 2000 is a quite an exciting piece of equipment for us. It's aimed, I guess, to soak up a little more of the IBM market. It's basically an IBM compatible, although it's not built as compatible. It's twice as good as the IBM 5 different ways. We've got disk drivers in the store, 720K for disk drivers, about 300 on the IBM. The clock speed is double that of the IBM, so it's constantly faster doing turning out calculations of whatever sort. The graphics resolution is 640 dots horizontally by 400 dots vertically, so you can draw very accurate drawings in 8 colors in the high resolution. Engineering companies and people that are looking at computer-aided drafting like that would be for the typical market for that type of graphics capability. So I think it's using a true 16-bit processor, which again helps to keep the speed up higher. There's just a lot of nice sort of features about it that are meant very perfectly to rival the current IBM waves that it's been doing a good job for us so far. Just in the last 2 years, it's been amazing. We don't keep it in the store, but we do have one in the store. I encourage you to drop in if you get a chance, because it's a nice demo to go through. It takes us for about 10 minutes to draw from it. It'll show you some really good features of the system. Software is another key for us. We try in general when we're addressing a big customer's needs to disregard the hardware side of things if we can. But the reason a lot of people are getting very confused about how much K they should have, or whether they have 10K drives or whatever, these numbers and stuff that people get fed by sales when they come to stores and drive nuts. So I think we try in general to avoid that if we can, and look at what their particular needs are, and then find a piece of software to meet those needs, and then in turn that will point to the bigger piece of hardware. Because it gets so hard to find how many K they should have to do it better. Let the software make that decision for you. It's the best way. We again maintain this upward expandability idea with our accounting packages for your section. Page 12 and 13 outline the typical accounting applications that we'll be addressing. The standard general ledger, receivables, payroll, and payables. They're an integrated series of programs so that, as one might expect in computerized form, to re-enter a lot of the data pertaining to your accounts receivable or accounts payable
and you have a ledger content, it can automatically update that information for you. From an inventory control point of view, when a customer phones in to order a particular product, it's possible to create a computer, find what your quantity on hand is, and tell you if you have to back order the additional quantity to meet your order, or whatever the case may be. So, pretty complete package. Payroll is Canadian payroll, and can handle up to 300 employees. In this case, it's really nice. You're ready to be able to sit down, push one button, and all the forces. Manual systems struggle with that one for weeks and months. Another popular, I guess, series of software is on page 10 and 11. Probably, aside from accounting, the three main areas that most people just fall into are the word processing area, which would be scripted word processing program. It would be database type program, storage and retrieval of information electronically. It could be used for anything simple with a mailing list, keeping track of names, maybe membership dues, that kind of thing, or more complex things in charting those books and inventory control. They conventional kind of things. They can handle with the database type programs like Profile. And spreadsheet programs. We have a couple of spreadsheet programs, one VisiCalc and one Multiplan, which are both useful for business people. They're going to be projecting costs or expenses over future terms. Have any of you used spreadsheets at all in your course here? No?
I'll warn you a little bit now, but sorry, I heard it.
No, where's this at?
No,
Okay, all right. All right. It's not like that's not if you mean
the conversation.
Okay. I brought a lot of info. Not empty for it's a very impressive little program in terms of what it can do. It's English job and it's pretty simple. It's really good for a lot of applications. That same family of software again exists in Model 4. They're using the same name, they're the same good, different sizes. Now, printer start things. If you go to page 30 or so, we start off with plotting on that page. Up till our Model 2000 production, none of our hardware had any color capabilities. And in general, in business, it's not that much of a problem because most of the color-oriented things that you want to do tend to come out on paper. You may want some bar graphs or pie charts, and having that out of the picture on the screen generally gets the useful of it on paper. So for that reason, we've had a variety of plotters. You can see for $100 you can get actually a plotting inkjet type printer that actually has 3 different colors of ink, and it mixes them together to come up with 8 colors. The same way you mix colors to come up with proper colors of paint. It uses the 3 different colors to come up with different shades and doing actual drawing a plot for you. So anyone who's interested in color type printing, that's a very good idea. The next page, on page 32 and 33, are the more typical dot matrix type printers that are available. 6 basic models that you have to choose from. And primary difference that I guess you're going to have to decide for yourself when you're looking at these things is the speed and the quality that you want your printers to be prepared at. Lower in speed and lower in quality than the higher print. One particular note about the way dot matrix printers produce characters like making a character a series of dots. And the number of dots for any character are then from that quality. One, page 33, the right-hand corner, lower side, is 2495. That one uses up 32 dots by 24 dots per character. It gives you a very, very well-defined character, which can rival that like a letter quality type printer. So we sell all of those to companies who have a need for both letter quality printers as well as higher speed data processing type printers. You printers that you can choose from can range from $1,000 to $2,500. Primary difference in these ones is the speed at which it prints, because the print quality is the same through all of it, generated by hammer striking a character on a wheel, and same way basically on IBM's electric or any type of printer actually work. The daisy wheel prints at around 43 characters a second, whereas our lowest quality the dot matrix prints at around 80, 50 characters per second. So, and of course, your better quality, the dot matrix is about 210 characters per second. So you're getting a factor of 10 in some cases, the difference between printing speeds. And, for an office, talking about an hour per minute report or 10 hours per minute report, that's pretty substantial difference. So that's why we have the variety of printers to choose from. We also offer a variety of accessories for the office, everything from diskettes, disk sleeves, forms, people are going to need accounts payable, invoicing forms, and those are all available from us. We try and make it as much as we can on one-stop shopping type of thing, but there's nothing wrong with all the cities trying to locate the things we need to make it to your a lot of their product catalogs listed. In the educational product, there's a variety of educational software, and we'll page 44, 45 area. If you look at what I use, page 42, 3, 4, and 5. Most of that software is school-oriented. Many of you are going to be in a teaching end of them, but it's software that we use primarily here in schools, such as teach the students. In this case, generally the high school level or elementary level. Networking device, page 46, which will allow in the classroom environment up to 16 computers to be interconnected. So you could have 16 computers that don't have this drive next to one which does, so that you can share the basic use of this drive with several users. In the school system, budgets seem to be pretty tight, so that's a way in which they can minimize the costs of procuring computer type equipment. It makes good use of what they do have. So speed controllers do pretty well. And card readers, it sounds like we're going back into the old times, sometimes the tactile card reader. Particular card readers on that page is designed to read pencil, like we probably all got these tests where you have to write a little pencil on a bar, answer options 1, 2, 3, or 4, something like that. It's a card reader that can read those type charts, and you just need to charge the machine, and it picks out a pencil mark. That's the saves a lot of human time in terms of checking tests and data. Specific questions some of you may have, it's hard for me to know, I guess up front, what some of your victims would be. If there are any questions, I'm certainly very pleased to answer them.
The airsoft week that or do you have anything else available on school stuff? Do you have any creative back today?
Those are actually integrated packages. We sell them separately if someone maybe doesn't want the accounts payable program itself. But actually when you use them, they are integrated package, so that data that you enter from the table automatically gets fed into the account. So physically store up that it gets, but actually all into one. Choose your which one here.
You might inventory swapping program. Do you have to design it by yourself, or is it like standard file design?
Okay, there's two different approaches that can be taken to that. Using a database program, you can develop it yourself. You define the number of characters, description, stock number, define the data that you want to keep track of, and then that's what the math for you. So you can actually do the whole thing from scratch using a database program. Or some people don't like the idea of going at it themselves. So they can buy off-the-shelf packages, preset category. So most of the preset ones do allow some flexibility. I'm trying to think of one particular which allows 30 characters in total for the description, the stock number, and a vendor number. So if you have a particularly long stock number, then you end up with a short description. So they allow a little bit of flexibility. People can set up quickly with a lot of computer background. Even two types of people in general, but very well trained in computers, but also don't know anything, but try to meet both markets.
Do you have an expansion module that allows you to take different languages besides basic? Or?
Yeah, I haven't talked about languages much, but yeah, the computers which all come with basic inherent in them. That's very common these languages. Why we're choosing them. But in addition to that, we do sell COBOL, Fortran, Pascal, And in addition to those ones, you can buy APL, get printer RPG, there's some of the other ones, the fourth, I think, that one, get through those sources. We'd like to say everything we can out of our catalog, but we can't always supply everything. So there's a lot of third-party vendors in the marketplace that supply products compatible with our products. That's where some of these awful languages come from. We haven't carried this Pascal until about a year ago. We got a lot of people asking about it, we picked it up, and it's been quite popular. I don't know how you do it. Doesn't seem that everybody else does. We have a customer program, it's very Pascal oriented. Some of the greatest things like that.
I was just curious, the move different companies, products, but one thing I found is between one model and the next, there's little to no comparison. If I was to, let's say, do a program on Model 1, could I plug it into the Model 3 and at least get the Model 3 to read it off the disk or off the tape?
Okay, in the case of this family versus this family, you've got physical media files using 8 or 5 sticks using 8-inch discs. Okay, or this should be on the set, it doesn't take a set. So you get there's no way physically putting information from one to the directory. Now, communication link could be established to transfer data from this to this. It's written in BASIC, 95% of it will run. There's a few differences in syntax in the Model 2 BASIC and Model 1 or 3 4 BASIC. And you have to make some adjustments to the program if you stay within no anything command.
What I'm referring to is like if I want to transfer something from Model 1 to Model 3, let's say I purchased the Model 1 originally, I wanted to expand to Model 3, and I just take my old disk and say, okay, go ahead, we'll go from there.
Yeah, there's a conversion routine in the case of Model 1 to 3, which converts the programs in the Model 1 format to run the Model 3. And it converts it once kind of conversion procedure will run just as it is. In the case of the Model 3 and 4, if you put a Model 3 diskette in the Model 4, Model 4 links to the Model 3, switches to mode. Okay, put a Model 4 diskette, switches to the Model 4 mode. So it's sort of two computers in one box, which is kind of nice and saves that conversion procedure. CPM then instead of using stuff or operating system. That's kind of nice feature in the Model 4. You don't have to worry about which type of disk. The interesting difference between this family curve, between the 1, 3, and 4, is the size of the screen. Screen 64 characters per line, whereas the Model 4 has 80. And you try writing basic programs with print out statements. You can run this problem text that was on the 65th character on Model 1 is going to be actually on line 1 on the Model 4, so it screws up the display. So that's one of the reasons why when you put the Model 3 disk, it stays in Model 3 mode, which is got a 64 character screen. It automatically changes the screen width and it fits you. You don't have to worry about it.
Can you file wide from the 64? So you want it, is the printer's only print 64 characters per line?
No, they can go, they've got the 220 or
256.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend jump up. Depends how full it can go that far.
So you can expand your file.
Yeah, the print width doesn't actually tie directly into your print width because one line on your screen, like you have 3 lines on the screen, for instance, which wrap around, that's your printer is one line. So the screen is just for viewing, it chops it off and builds it to effectively program.
Once again, can we do the same thing with the 2, 12, and 16?
Okay, the Model 2 and 12 use identical diskettes. You can move one together and it moves up. The Model 12 actually has 2 elements that can be used on it. So, these two are directly compatible. I guess you could say it's in the Model 2 mode, which is what one set of diskettes uses. When you put different operating systems in it, then it can use both sides of the diskette, which gives it about 1.25 megabytes per diskette, which is quite a lot of storage. And then that diskette again can use the 16 or the Model 2 diskette can use the 16. And put a 2 diskette in 16, you're obviously then not going to making use of the multi-user capability of the 16, but it will run. you're putting single user disk into so it's the single user system, that's all it knows. So you wouldn't be software can be used, not be, so we have to read. In general, in terms of companies that are growing, we allow data files to be upgraded. So we convert data on file 2 mode to the more advanced to the file 12 mode, and then we convert it to Unix. So we allow the data to be converted. So it goes that conversion and makes the maximum use of that system. The output growth in any case, and how you want to approach it.
And you were saying before that there was a way to switch from the one family to the other. There is something.
You could communicate between them, right? Like communication like by telephone, or more hardware for job of the other.
However you use. If I was to send a program from model 1 to model 12 or whatever, would it still be able to run that program?
95% of the commands will, yes. There's some differences in syntax and something. Some commands that don't exist on the one that are on the 16 or like the girlfriend, some differences between them. 95%.
Just
the other system that I've been using Congress, and between the BIC and 64, there is little to no compatibility. The program, you program it the same way as you would TRS-80 or the back of the main BIC. However, between the two, the focal places, the sound values, they're all different. That's why I was wondering if you could do that differently.
Yeah, there's no big problem that when you poke values, I think that's one of the reasons for that discrepancy is number. Most of their specialized commands are very poke oriented, and the actual machine level addresses can change quite a bit from one goes to another. So we have specialized commands for the sound and the sound command, for which parameters are going to stay the same. How it handles it internally doesn't really matter to use it. It's out of that, what address to poke for you. But I can say sound A flat, comma 6, it plays note A flat for 6 minutes at a time. You don't have to worry about where it ends.
Program can be here that sound.
Sound thing and all sound.
Do you use here one of these computers as a modem for one of the mainframes here at the university?
Sure can. Yeah, that's a very common student use for contact and draw on the students for that purpose. Well, 110 views of that involved cup. The NC10, which is a baby of the color computer series, $60. With so much time Sinclair and seen that. And you can modem up to it. And so for less than $100, you've got a computer, you still have to buy a modem for $200 or whatever. Computers, $100 in your, you've got trouble.
So I can take a text-based computer here and store it on a disk.
Yeah, you got discs on like for this one.
On your phone computer.
Sure. On the NC10, a disk drive on that. There's no doubt. Yeah, like if you listen on the screen, like say in a terminal, to a Model 4 or anything like that, it thinks it's being sent to its memory. So there's no special command that have to exist in the mainframe other than it doesn't listen to files on the screen. When it's listening to what it thinks is the screen, that's dumped in your memory to avoid getting. There's you download just like I would to a mainframe. That would then require more extensive protocol. If you can listen to your screen, then in a recognizable format, an Apple format, then you can download it, no trouble. But if it's machine code, instead of reading stuff, then you have to hardwire and have some specialized communication. We get into that some government services, they use busing and stuff to communicate with their ID and stuff. It's in more specialized form of communication. Good, but it's possible to get that. It's necessary. So we're talking about the software that has to fit in the wall as well. It's basically you have to do plastic. Are we good?
What's the memory capacity of the model?
The 4100, you can get the 8K version for around $100, and it's expandable to 13K. Now, tell you that they think that sounds small, but you got to pause and think about that for a second because that's usable memory. You can look at something like the 64-bit color computer, it has actually around 32K of usable memory. which is common in a lot of boards for any of the network. You've got a lot of RAM there that change, but how much used by the computer. In this case, we're talking about 30 or 18 usable. So from a use point of view, it's still up to 64K count for computer.
This one's done. That,
Right now, running on 4 hours. Like, yeah. And running on.
it doesn't have.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, there's a set of NiCad, a small set of NiCad inside that. So while you're thinking the battery, you don't lose content in the memory.
Yes,
Is there backups? Might get a single battery?
Yeah, exactly. I forget how long it is, but I think if I turn the thing on and use it for a while, turn it off like 30 days without battery, it will maintain memory. So it's quite a little.
it's 30 days.
Yeah. That's the backup NiCad. Keeps going for that long. That's not using it, then just sitting there, it will retain the data. If you try and use it, that's going to be more power to turn out. That's 7, 8, 9. Memory tells us too much.
There's one chip memory?
They're very small ones.
Like, you know, you believe when they first look, you see the Model 1 that the board is that big.
Oh, yeah.
It's covered with one RAM chip.
Each bit, I think,
Now they got
one chip.
64.
Yeah, there's 2 physical chips in each 8K. So I think we've been done 4 bits on one chip. There were 4 chips. So they made a 4% improvement over the Model 1 days. But that one is a little bit unique too, where it's designed with low power. It's really very small, low power RAM chips. So they're a little bit
Remember they using 64K over using the one chip for the demo?
in terms of power, or?
No, any loss in accessibility?
I'm not really sure, but what we think the cost is based on. We've gradually been upgrading, with technology, but we don't want to stick 64K chips in there. Then don't work for hardware.
Well, I can't. I don't mistake.
Yeah, you can make a pretty substantial difference in the cost of the go. And another odd problem we ran into in the early days was the availability of parts. To choose something too unique. We found that with the 80s when we first started with Model 1, it wasn't unique then. It was just, go very many computers at that stage. We started installing one. Parts were hard to find. Another consideration to choose parts for. We have courses in our computer center in Dartmouth, and we've got quite a big facility for our courses in basic programming or operators program. If somebody want to get a little bit of feel for basic on the color computer, free one, on Saturday afternoon. Just go 2 or 3 hours long. We can fiddle with machines that you can install, which is named after that course. For a chance to get graphics. That's fun. Way there.
What characters on the screen? Which many characters for my screen?
Oh, the clever.
No, this one.
Oh, this is 8 on screen. That's like that. That's not sure. Those like head and neck wrap.
Like to flip it over.
Yes, you can do that. It determines whether it's a single-sided diskette or a double-sided by the location of that index hole. So if that index hole is somewhere up here, then it knows that it's a double-sided diskette. Hardware just no.
Yeah, but I can't tell them by single-sided disc.
Which
they
this is.
they cut them. Yeah, okay. Then they cut a loop.
Okay, what
Well,
happens?
that is for the certification. Make it up over here as well.
So you have to make a hole here as well. Because
Do they?
when you plug this in like that, just look at the index hole on the top, flip that over on the
Wow.
bottom. So as well, you have to cut a hole in.
But if we cut 2 holes into it, would it be, that place the,
Yeah, you can use the second side. Not recommended. You can try it. I did it myself. It works.
yeah, that's the,
The problem you can run into in some cases is that the manufacturers warrant, like this is sold as a single-sided diskette. So if you find flaws on the second side, they're not going to warrant that. So if you're storing important data you don't want to do that, but I find it useful for storing master copies of backups. And it's great, you don't have to worry about using it just that much. And you can do it. Right, right.
I do.
It's supposed to something. Okay.
Probably quite a lot of people. This one can store around 200,000 characters. And the level 2000, they'll store around 720,000 characters. Super kind of computer.
Okay.
Okay, a page in a book's around 2,000 characters. So 2,000 divided into 720,000. That's 100 pages anyway. Yeah. That's the maximum. This particular disk on this machine is 200K, so that's 100 pages. So it gives you quite a good story. Earlier I talked about compatibility and whatnot. One of the things that we did with this one, if I put well 4 disk in there, you'll see it comes up with the 85 screen. The characters are fairly close together in the 85 mode. Some you might want to cut this if you want. In this case, it's asking me for the date, so it's interesting if the system is set point installed. The only thing I'm going to do is switch the other program. The normal file report for the ROM, which contains the model tree information. In this case, because they didn't put that ROM in there. I wrote the ROM on the diskette before it started, and sticking to all 3. The unique way of making computers compatible, well, because the ROM itself is stored on the diskette, it jumps into RAM. So it's on its own sheet. You see, I can switch to the 64 characters.
Is that like memory that what time I just store was only RAM as it required the whole diskette, or you
No.
actually two?
It would only be
Yeah, one.
Yeah, you can have a small board for going to 32 container. It doesn't have to lose this. Okay, first one. Yeah. Another character. Further apart. Does change the date. The date's important now because it stamps it on files, so you know when last access the file and changes it, that kind of thing. In this case, rough ranking bluntly workflow program.
What happens if you're going into the time? Is it
Doesn't matter.
time 0?
Yeah. Vast times to that.
That's something that happens, like the model number game, it does have like a king of strong.
Yeah, it's not running in the background too.
And that can be very useful. Not dollars, really.
One neat thing on that one you can do too is you can turn on, you get the computer turn itself on at a specified time. So it's actually turned off as far as the power is concerned. But internally it's monitoring the clock. And at 5 o'clock it comes on and does those programs what it has to do, which could include, in fact, calling another computer, pulling data out of it, putting a home button. You know, at that time. So if you're not triggering on waiting for someone to call you at 2 o'clock in the morning, you want a computer to do it for you. Program.
The little robot that can computer didn't make your dinner.
This workflow thing program is menu oriented. So we get to choose the particular option that we want to carry out from the list of choices on the screen. So to open an existing document, use the left arrow open. And check the name of the document we want to look at. Okay, there's one thing called demo. It's asking me if there's any grammars I want to change about that particular document. Keep track of who the author is, the type of name, the type of printer I'm using, the printer space mode, 10-bit fill or 12-bit fill kind of thing. multi-column document, so I can see if you have two columns on the page. So what we're seeing right now is left column. If I scroll down here to my arrow key here, let's see if we get to a point where the right hand column. And now we'll see right hand side up here. During the printing stage, what actually would happen is we would print to the bottom of the left-hand column. If we want paper automatically, start at the top of the page again, and we'll carry it over and print it down. That's a neat way of doing two columns at a time. And to make a change, maybe I'll get down here, sweep myself in here a little bit. See that? The little cursor, the little plastic square there, we move around in the arrow keys on our screen. We want to insert use the control key with the at symbol this one, and then use the I to insert. So it opens up space for information. And it would delete. So the key thing there is the letter of the command I want to use what's on the keyboard. You delete 5 print 6, insert. Very long to
So you delete the character here.
leave.
Oh, stay at info wrong.
Or I want to insert something. Like that. Okay. Well, in that case, there's two ways to do it. I have to retype either one in all caps, so I can control it. It's almost like an outro, and then delete the unnecessary for it. And then we make a blunder, that's actually put it in insert mode in full.